a chapter, or is it just y'all two?
If you got something you
That
want to
would be good.
share, yeah. If you got
If
something you
you
want to
could.
share it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just reading a few verses, not a whole chapter.
yeah. And then I'm not sitting here reading the whole chapter. I was gonna do that, but a lot of people didn't join, so I'm just gonna share the key parts that it says at the
I
end
was
of the
just gonna
chapter.
say once we get the Discord like down packed, then I feel like then everybody could read like 2 to 3 verses. But
Yeah,
right
that'd be
now it's only a few of us in here, so I feel like it would be a waste of not a waste of time, because I
Yeah.
mean that's what we
Nah.
we here for. But
yeah.
I feel like it'll be better once we have like everybody else in the Discord.
Listen, it's getting
Mm-hmm.
recorded and all. They gonna get this one way or another.
What is it, like a schedule y'all do?
Hold on.
Hold on, stop.
Okay.
But that hair stuff gets serious, boy. It sounds like she got snatched
Why
off
you
the
think my
mic.
camera on mute? Why you think my camera not on?
Phew, being a girl too much.
Oh, her, as you can see.
I just
I got my bonnet on too, but I feel like I don't really want to show my face right
girls
now.
show that bonnet.
Yeah,
Show, show that bonnet. Everybody put that on at the end of the night.
But
Oh, who this?
hey Naomi.
Hi Naomi.
You ain't gotta speak though. I'm just saying hey.
Don't be shy, Naomi. Hey Naomi. Hey girlie. How you doing? Me, I'm gonna speak to everybody. I'm gonna get a hey out of everybody. Especially we talking on this wonderful topic.
Boy, she didn't say hey to you, so
I think she did. You just didn't hear it.
oh, whatever.
Let me see. Because
Hey, my name's Marlia. I may sound sick. I am sick right now.
Literally.
My voice be sounding for real, but I wanted to say to the new
That
person
was
that.
good that you said hey and introduce yourself, because I was just finna say I feel like everybody should say hey and their name once like they get into the Discord, even though everybody said their name in like the group chats and stuff.
this
But
is the
it's like
first
a
time we
video
all
call,
hearing
so
each
it'll
other
make it
voices.
like yeah.
A connection, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because yeah.
You feel your energy game.
Well, hi, I'm Tati.
Yeah, we finna
Hey, Tati. I like that name.
we
Hey,
finna
girl.
respectfully and
Hey, I like
gently.
your name.
Thank you.
Oh.
But my name is Naomi. You can call me Nay.
Nay,
Hey, there
hey.
she go. Hey Naomi. Hey Nay.
Okay,
Hey.
girl.
You're funny.
You always need a Nay in the group.
I'm starting to go by my middle name and my first name, like put together. So if you can see it on the screen, right? Y'all can see like the name.
No, we could just see the little circle.
Oh, y'all
Tati,
can't see my name. Oh, it's Tati
Tati Elise.
Elise. Yeah. Mhm.
Tati Elise. That's cute.
I see
Yep.
the names on
Thank
the
you.
side. All right, let me build this thing. Y'all could just chat, do the little girl chat. I'm gonna build the thing. Where the
Yo,
guys at? I'm finna
Girl,
get
I,
mad.
little
No, I'm
girl,
just
little
building it to build it for later on. 'Cause I'm
uh,
doing a podcast. But where are all the? Oh, I'm gonna get on the dudes. Oh, I'm gonna get on the dudes because ain't nobody stepping for the guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody. I'm going. Ooh, when I get in this, boy. When this get down running, we gonna talk about this first day. I don't want to hear. Oh, I
Everybody
was
probably
at
got
work.
different time zones though, so some of the guys probably don't have the same
Man,
time
same way
zone.
they listen to music, they could listen. I done did it at work too. You better put that
Right.
headphone in.
You got a point.
Put that headphone
Yeah.
in and receive these words. But yeah, y'all go ahead and chat it up. I can't hear y'all if
Yeah,
y'all start
somebody
talking to
asked me
me.
what
I
time
can't
zone
hear
was I
y'all.
on.
everybody not from Florida.
No.
I'm from Florida.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
I used to live
Oh,
in Cleveland, Ohio. I just moved.
oh,
Where you
I
moved
love.
to?
Disrespect that. I
I am
think.
currently in Virginia, but on the 15th, I'm going to California.
Oh yeah, Cleveland sucks, huh?
Yes, it really sucks.
Literally. I like it here.
I got away.
Same thing I need to do.
Well, Florida's nice, I guess. Something like something.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's mid. It's all right.
Well, I feel like people that come to Florida feel like it's so lit down here. But like me,
Yeah.
I've been born down here and raised, so it's like it's
Mhm.
both. I want to go to different places.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
it
it's
can be
like that.
boring because you're used to like your surroundings, you know everything already. But once you go to like a new area or a new place, then you'd be like,
Nyla.
oh, okay, this is nice.
Right.
Why
No
is it
facts.
so
My birthday coming
confusing?
up,
What is going
y'all.
on?
Happy early
Marlia,
birthday.
When's your
It's in
birthday?
April though, so
April?
yeah, that's kind of far, but it's not far, but it's close, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Puerto Rico, so that's lit.
Marlia,
What?
I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
you hear me?
Hold on, guys. Someone wants to say something to who was that? Marlia, who just said her birthday's coming up?
Yes, ma'am. You know it.
Okay, here. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
you are so
She said
sweet.
thank you. Thank you. No, say welcome. You're welcome.
Mhm. What's her name?
Oh shoot.
What's your name?
Nyla.
Zoe.
Hi,
She said her
Zoe.
name's Zoe. Oh, she got it. Say hi. Hi.
Why am I so confused? Is there another part that I'm missing?
I'm probably just gonna start, y'all.
That's fine.
Yeah. My notes so terrible.
Nobody's texting in the regular group chat. Oh, we got somebody else in the chat.
Oh, is that another? Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
We probably just gotta get them time. They probably don't have their notifications on, or they probably not near their phone. Maybe.
Finally, another man of God. Yes, yes. We up one. What's his name? I
Is
can't
it
even
there?
see his name.
That's my frozen strawberries.
Can you hear us? To I think that says Chris, who just got on the
Yeah.
call.
I get along with Chris as well. Hey, Chris. Did Chris? Did Chris?
Chris said he gotta go.
Did Chris?
He said, hold on.
He probably think it wasn't working because I swear I thought I was talking.
I'm just gonna be patient.
All right, let me see.
Marley, I'm finna tweak out this ring light. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, y'all. Wait, what'd you say?
It's on sale. You should get it now. While it's on
No, I
sale.
have it. I'm holding it right now. I'm trying to put it together.
That's you just bought that ring light.
Yes, I bought it. I wasn't playing no games.
I can help you. I'm like 2 minutes away.
Okay.
You bought that today,
Yeah, today.
and it came today.
Today.
Oh, you work at Amazon. That's why.
No, it was. I ain't got no special benefit. They don't care about me.
But still, you like down the street from me.
Nah, they don't care about me. It just so happened to be a today shipping thing.
Never no package that fast. I sent you that. I don't know what time I sent you that.
I bought it as soon as you sent it to me. Disrespect. I beat you.
All the ladies in the house. Oh, no ladies in the house.
Yeah, you know, nah, no man of God, ain't
my
no
bad.
ladies in her. Don't say, "Ooh," no.
I didn't even hear you.
I'm in here by
All right,
myself.
y'all ready?
I'm ready
Yes.
for the word.
Okay, so I'm in 2 Corinthians, all right? I'm finna read 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And I'm gonna just read from verse 2. What? No. Chapter 4, verse 2. So the end of the chapter. No, actually, I'm lying. I'm not reading the whole chapter. Hold on, let me see where I'm gonna read to. I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay, chapter 4, verse 1 through 9. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, therefore, having this ministry by the mercy of God, we do not lose heart, but we have renounced disgraceful, underhanded ways. We refuse to practice cunning or to tamper with God's word, but by the open statement of the truth, we would commend ourselves to everyone's conscience in the sight of God. And even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. In this case, the God of this world has blinded the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the image of God? For what we proclaim is not ourselves, but Jesus Christ as Lord. Hold on.
I don't know if it's gonna echo.
Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
With ourselves as your servants, for Jesus' sake, for God who said, let light shine out of darkness, has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God and the faith of Jesus Christ. So that's the whole little verse. And then I'm just
Well.
break it down. Give me a second. So the question, I read this verse because there was a question in the chat, like, how do you deal with unbelievers? Basically, I just wanted to touch up on it a little bit.
Is that person in here right now?
Oh, hey, Melissa.
You
Hi,
hear me?
Melissa.
Is the person that put that question in the chat inside here right now?
No, she's not in here, but I hope you're like recording this.
I am. What's her name? I'm gonna say it on the podcast anyways. But what's her
Her
name?
name is Natasha.
Natasha. I'm gonna put it in my notes so I could know who I'm speaking to when it comes to the podcast.
Thanks for joining, Melissa. You could type in the chat if you want to, if you don't want to say
And
anything.
Melissa.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice that I was unmuted.
Oh,
That was
So my
literally
name is Melissa. I just joined because I had seen that you had posted on Instagram, so I decided to join while I'm at work.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
see, this what I'm talking about. See, look.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Okay.
what are dudes that stepping like this? Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to leave.
Okay, that's fine. We'll
Oh, it's
record
I'm in
it.
uniform and I have to go out, and I can't walk and talk on the phone.
Oh, it's
Okay, go
okay.
ahead. We'll just record it and then post it in the chat.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining.
You sound so sweet.
Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna just break down what I just read, basically. So basically, like, how to deal with unbelievers. So when you're talking to them, basically, what you say to them is what they would get. Like, you do your job, like planting the seed. Just don't give up when it gets difficult, because there's a greater purpose at hand, you know?
Yeah.
Unbelievers are just simply unable to see the glory of God. Like, they just can't see it because they don't have that faith yet. So it will be hard to try to get through to them. But that don't mean just stop talking to them type, you know? That don't mean just give up. It's gonna be hard. Basically, that's it. Like, their face isn't there. So it's gonna take some work.
What would you say to a person that like believes in God but like doesn't believe Jesus like was the Son of God?
That's a good question. Cause somebody asked me that.
You just have to let them know that.
Like,
You said what?
You just have to let them know that, you know, Jesus is the direct line to God, so they're not really getting through to God unless they're going through the one that He exalted. So
Literally, I gotta read. Huh?
You said what?
What you gonna say, Malia?
Oh, I had to clear my throat. Y'all, I'm so sick. I'm so sorry. That's it.
Oh, but yeah, literally take it back to the Bible and like break it down to them. How, like, you have to make them understand how He's the Son of God first for them to believe it. Like, they need to understand how.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I always had the relationship with God and heard the voice. But when I realized all that Jesus did, that's when my blessings started to come through. So He will still have His hand on you, but things won't flourish unless you go through His Son, the one that He exalted to be Lord and Savior. Like, you're not gonna get none of that unless you give recognition and respect to the Ooh, that would have been.
Literally, and they literally talk about Jesus so much in the Bible. Like, why would they only talk about the Son and not God if they
Yeah.
wasn't the same person?
And he's literally a part of the Holy Trinity. Like, it's the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit.
Why you didn't tell me this shirt was broke?
I didn't know it was that
Just
broken.
feel
So
dead on you.
you would have met him.
Like,
Here, you can try to put this together. But yeah,
I'm gonna get off this since I'm here. Y'all probably can't see it. But
Exactly.
hi
Not you popping up, girl.
guys.
Yeah, I was down the
but
street, but I'm gonna get
on
off on the phone since I'm
here
here
and
and
can
can
see
see everything.
Okay.
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 Have
But
a
yeah.
Wait, how I get off? Press that, right?
yeah. But that's how I would just go about it. Just teaching them of it, and you can't deny the power that it holds. You could only, like, try to stray away from it, but it's inevitable, and it'll hit in his timing. But you can't.
Sorry.
It says that you can't drag, especially like when it comes to being a man of God, and when it comes to a woman, whether it's a daughter, a friend, a wife, or whatever the case is, a woman cannot drag a man to force him into believe, like, God, Jesus, or anything in that aspect. She could just bring him around the proximity. So you do your part in bringing him around the proximity, and he has to do his part into accepting and making that step forward to giving his life to Jesus. Because that's why they say give your life to Jesus. That's why they say that in church. They say, would you give your life up to, or surrender your life to Christ, and this and that. They don't say that for no reason. But yeah, I would just go about it. I know it's frustrating too, but it's always just knowing that boundary you're supposed to set for your spiritual output. Like, plant that seed and get out of there. Don't try to sit there and try to ram it through somebody's head, because then they gonna be like, oh, they gonna try to gaslight you. Oh, well, if you such a Christian, why are you getting so mad and acting like this, and why are you doing that? Nah, remain calm, keep your emotions balanced, and step exactly how the example step forward. It's like he kept it calm. He didn't really lash out on nobody. He planted that seed, had conversation, had understanding, and kept it moving. How you just did that so fast?
I just said I'm a ring light expert. You didn't hear me?
What the freak? You need to build those for money.
Oh, you got it.
What's I finna do?
A podcast.
What? Tati finna be in it?
Y'all.
All you
Invite.
had to do was just
Take my-
unscrew these though. The little
I'm
sides.
gonna do one with I'm gonna ask my roommate if you wanna do one. It's gonna be Tati, me,
What y'all
and then my
talking
brother.
about?
I don't know if it's gonna be for. Hold on, my sister calling me. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Are you gonna be able to pick us up?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you when we're ready. We're gonna be at the Starbucks because the library is closing early, so we're walking to the Starbucks.
Melissa probably at work. Like, what's going on?
Okay.
Hi.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, we're gonna
Podcast.
talk about. I don't know if it's gonna be for my regular podcast or the Christian one. Probably for my regular one. But basically just like I don't know. We're gonna talk about growth issues. Taking a step forward, just things like that. Just bettering yourself.
Okay. Can't wait to see it.
Type. I'm low key mad that we didn't do one. Not mad, but we could always do one another time. We're doing one in Miami if you could come out.
Okay.
What is that? What is that that you're abusing? What is that that you're abusing? Instead of what?
I've been trying to find those. Where did you get those?
Girl, tell me why they didn't have it in no stores. I had to order them.
You said what?
You got the headphones on.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I said they didn't have it in no stores. I had to order what?
I don't know.
Girl, here.
But
I can hear
I had
it,
to order
but
them
it's too loud
from just a
regardless.
regular
Yeah.
store.
I'm gonna share.
That's smart.
I'm gonna share some things from this book though, because this book is so good.
Okay.
They're basically talking about like, it's a heart disease in Christianity, and it's basically talking about like things that have been passed down to taint Christianity and the teachings, and how like we're in trouble and things like that if we don't turn our ways around. So yeah. Book is good, man. I'm gonna go to just the key points because I didn't take notes in it. I was just reading it. All right, so the key points to chapter 2 is an affection of thought has taken such deep root within Christianity that by many it is accepted as orthodoxy, yet is silently destroyed millions of lives. So that's the things that you have become one with, thinking that is law, but really that's not the way that we should really be living. It's just the way that in one generation that it was forced down to them through religion, and it's not the true way of Christianity. Like it contradicts God's design of law. And then it says, what is this affection of thought? The idea of God's law changed from design law, love to functionality, no different from laws made by created beings, rules imposed and enforced by threats and punishment. Basically how like a lot of our government is, or just how a lot of wars had come about. Those were ran off of those type of laws. Like, you know, Hitler, if they didn't do what they had to do, those soldiers, knowing that it was wrong what they was doing, for them to justify it is like, if I didn't do it, I would have got killed. So when it came to genocide, to throwing people in gas chambers and all this and that, they could justify that in such a sick way just by saying, I didn't want to lose my life, in such a selfish gain type of way, instead of being a stand-up human being and being like, no, I won't do this. I won't kill a child. I won't kill this human being. I just won't kill, you know? So once you're able to think on a higher level of, you know, just out of love, a lot of things like that won't even come to light. We won't have to worry about wars or worry about justifying anything. It would just be love. So
What does genocide mean?
genocide is like mass killing, like almost the whole area, the whole country, just
So,
like what's going on right now
Hey,
in like
Kevin.
Palestine.
Hey.
So God law of love is the principle. Oh, hey Kevin, I appreciate you, bro. Let me just take a second out and just hold on.
You know there ain't no boys joy.
Let me just take a second out for the man of God to just up the score, cause man, I'm in here by myself, bro.
No, for real. Like, what's going on with y'all, man?
Kevin used gang for life, bro. Okay, so God law of love is the principle given of which life is built, and this is the part that I love. It's just knowing that you cannot escape God. Like, you just cannot. If you're breathing, that was his design from the jump. It's free giving. You're giving to the earth, to the plants, so you can receive back oxygen. It just works as simple as that. That's why we thank him for that. That's exactly why we get up in the morning and say praise, because in a way it's like praying before you eat, you know, because you're feeding off of that. The plant is literally feeding you. Oxygen is feeding into your body. You don't just breathe yourself. You don't just wake up and have to worry about, dang, I gotta breathe like 2,000 times today, bro. Like, I'm tired of breathing. None of us have ever woken up and said, I'm tired of breathing, like in the aspect of physically, unless you have like that type of respiratory problem or issue, or, you know, that is your type of burden that you go through, or your trial that you go through. And I want to say that everything is intentional. Like, just because somebody is going through something, whether it's cancer, whether it is you know, one leg, no matter what it is, he's using you for a purpose, no matter what it is. It's a lot of people that deal with the same issue as you, and you have to be the one to, you know, get them through those dark times. Somebody has to be the beam of light in that area. There's so many different type of areas that need a beam of light. It's not just one.
I can give an example.
Yeah.
Like, No, can you hear me? Right?
Yeah, they could. I'm pretty sure they could hear you. Y'all can hear her?
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
I was gonna give an
Yeah, I
example
heard.
because I'm pretty sure y'all don't know, but I'm a converted Muslim from the age of 14. But once like I seen D like on his spiritual journey and getting to understand and know God more, and me speaking to him like on a sometimes a daily basis and getting to understand the words that he's saying, like godly words and motivational words, stuff like that, it made me think about it and be like, I know I'm a Muslim, but it's not wrong to learn and understand other religions and stuff like that. And I just took the step and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to practice it again and get a better understanding, because from what I learned from a child and now, it's two total different things, and it's like mind blowing. Like how was I grew up and taught this, and then now that I got older and doing my own research and my own studying, I'm getting a better understanding of what I was taught back then.
Ooh, the next chapter talks on that. Ooh, I love it. Boy, I love some little words and the little what? So, God's law of love is a living law and can only be fully understood when operational in a living being, which is saying that for him to create love, it had to be, humans to carry it out. That's why we were made. So we could be a living example of his law. Like there is no, it has to be through life. Like it can't be through death. That's why sin is death. Like, the things that kill your body, those aren't love. That's not love. But when you learn self-love, when you learn your creator, you then understand the reason why he made this law. Like the reason why he loves us so much is because we're literally like living out his vision, his image. Like, yes, it's his vision and image, but he gave us the free will to, carry it out. That's how much faith he had in us. That's why he breathes through us. That's why he helps us. That's why he guides us. It's like, let me put it to you like this. When you have a child and you have your own set of gifts, whether it's painting or anything like that, and you want to paint with your child, you're going to give them a guideline of how to go about it. Yeah, they're going to draw outside the lines, and it's going to be okay if they go outside the lines. And you're not going to judge them for that, but you're just going to, guide them and sharpen their skills with them. Like, and them spending more time with you, they get sharper. They stay inside the lines. Now they're just as good. Well, I'm not gonna say us being. I'm just saying in the analogy of humans. Now they're just as good as you, and they could pass that gift down and pass it down and pass it down and pass it down, where you don't even know that gift is helping out millions, maybe billions of people from them seeing this type of image hit them in such type of way. Yep. Yep. And like love is so powerful. Like it is yes, for like the way that we see it, it is an emotion, but love is literally power. Like literally. And it's just not the way that we see it in our eyes. Like when it comes to understanding conflicts and things like that, if people were to use love instead of going off of this sick, wicked ego, we wouldn't have all these men inside these prisons. We wouldn't have all these divorces. We wouldn't have all these kids running away. We wouldn't have a lot of these sick things that go on. And when I say sick, I mean what goes on in the head to allows you to do these decisions, and it's off of the way that you process and the process that you think and the way that you go about making your decisions. And what the devil try to get you to do is make you go off of impulse. Like he wants you to go off that animal instinct because he wants to treat us like animals. We're not animals. We're far from animals. So he wants you to go off of that animal instinct, that lust. He just wants you to look at girls like that, like, oh, she bad in the club, let me just slap that, or oh, I just want to roll this up and smoke because I need a blunt, or I need a drink, or just saying one thing and not really thinking of other ways to go about it. Like, let me meditate, let me pray, let me think on, let me plan ahead so I don't run into this issue. All right, what is the real issue between me and this one person? Let me look at it from a bird's eye view, not just in my body. So that's when you start to think like that, bro, we push through mountains. The mountain becomes irrelevant because think about it. The Holy Spirit is the symbol of a dove. Do you think a dove is worried about a mountain? It flies over it. Literally. it flies over it when they're hatched out of their shells. What does that baby bird do? It jumps from a tree to fly. It don't even know if it see its brother fly. Same way if it see that's why it's good to have fellowship. If you see that your fellow Christian friend is spiritual growth is just exceeding to levels, guess what you're gonna do right behind them? If you walking in that exact path, seeing that light, I'm jumping right after you. I'm jumping right after you. They've been doing that just off that's, and I would rather have a godly instinct than just a wicked one, because same way everything is mirrored. The devil is imitation. So same way you can have all these gifts and use them for good, a lot of people can have gifts and use them in demonic ways. Like the industry, they can use their influence for all to push out these demonic ways, these demonic influence, these poor ways of thinking, these instinct ways of thinking, like the way that we think with our flesh, the way that a human just is. We're supposed to be way more than a human. We're supposed to be more of Christ-like. So even going into, if anybody got any questions, they could stop and say.
You know you're
anything.
frozen.
I'm frozen?
Yep.
I'm still
Your
frozen?
mouth is like
You didn't hear
opening.
us,
It's
though?
frozen. No, it's not frozen anymore.
Okay. Yeah, but if anybody got any questions,
The light, I mean the plugs. Not that.
No,
That's
I
if you
don't.
wanted to
That's
plug
good.
it.
alright, I'm gonna go to the next chapter then. I don't know. Huh?
How much is it?
It was like 53.
That's not bad.
That's not.
It's got a whole picture clicker.
Got a whole Roku remote.
of 'em.
A whole Roku remote, man. Alright, the key points from chapter 3 are there are different levels of moral understanding. Which, let me go to the ways of understanding. That's what I'm saying, bro. Where are they? Alright,
Who's that in the background?
that's my brother.
Yeah.
3, 2, hold on, I'm looking for the beginning of the where it starts the same. Alright, so the reward and punishment, the most basic level of understanding whether something is right or wrong, as if we are receive reward or punishment. This level of functioning is normal for small children and necessary starting point in our learning. But when an adult operates at this level, something is terribly wrong. This is a slave mentality. And that's what I was saying about, like, you know, the Nazis are, you know, even in slave times, like us doing all that hard work in fear of being whipped or anything like that. That's the type of mentality that, you know, that they even wanted to keep us in and oppress. That's why it's, you know, I do commend us as black people to even get to the stature that we're at, even going through all that adversity. And I feel like that's why God has his hand on us so much, because he know that we went through that and we have that in our bloodline and we fight that every single day, even though we don't go through those things no more. Those things are passed down in our blood. We have things passed down in our blood since Adam and Eve, which was when the devil tainted the flesh. So just think about even that added into all that oppression, slavery, all this back to back through the drugs being pushed down.
Cramps. Those should be gone, but okay.
You said what?
I said cramps, because those
Cramps.
should be gone, but okay.
Said
You said
cramps.
the word oppression.
Yes.
Hey, yo. She is funny, bro. Threw that in there. That's cramps. All right, so the second one is marketplace exchange. Level 2 morality is the quid pro quo system of right and wrong. You do something in exchange for something of agreed value in return. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours, and let's make a deal mindset. In normal childhood development, children who are often powerless to force their way quickly learn to make deals. This is a positive step forward and a healthy for small children to transition through, yet for an adult, this is still an immature level of functioning. This is an ancient Israel and a Sinai, I think I said that word, with the mentality of a eye for eye and a tooth for tooth, saying when the law is first read, we will do everything the Lord has said. At level 2, vengeance is a moral duty. Though this is the level of retributive justice, those who do evil must be paid back with an equal amount of pain and suffering. So that's like the whole karma thing and dishing it out and yeah, no, that's not a right way to live, because that's when you gotta let God handle it. That's basically telling God like, nah, I got this, I got him. No, let me get at him. I got the burden. That's like trying to carry the whole burden of the world while you trying to get your get back, and then wondering why bad things happen. So level 3 is social conformity. At this level, right and wrong are determined by community consensus. This is the child who says everyone else is doing it. If you live your life by saying, well, they did it, well, they did this, the way a evil spirit can come and snatch you up so quickly and knock you off of all your morals is crazy. It's crazy. The spiritual warfare the battles you will go through by living with this type of morality is crazy. Because you will put yourself in so many situations where you feel so conflicted, instead of being a type of stand-up person and being like, nah, this not for me. Nah, God wouldn't want me doing this. Nah, you don't have that in you to just say no. It's like, let me look at this person, that person, this person, and that person, instead of listening to that gut feeling, to his voice when he gives you a command. You'll rather take the voices of even more confused, wicked people. So, 4 is law and order. And that's basically talking about, authorities such as the police, when they come to you, talk about a set of laws. And actually, there's a story in here that Mr. Eric is a goat, and I'm gonna read it because I just mess with Eric so bad. Let me find it. Mr. Eric is a goat. Punishment must be right, unfairness, and accrued price.
I think I'm crying over here, wiping my eyes.
I'm dead.
I'm not crying, guys.
Actually, I think it's in 5. The principle mature of our brains. When I run into it, I'll read it. But yeah, basically how authorities are, and saying that the law is like this, so you should abide by it. Like, there's no getting around it. This is law, no matter what the situation is. And it puts you in predicaments of like what you know you did in your heart is right, but you might still get a punishment for it. So it always doesn't feel like as good in the moment to do the right thing, but you still understand in your heart, and you're okay because you know you did the right thing. It just doesn't feel like that because of the way that the world is structured. So that's what level 4 is really talking all about. And then when it goes to level 5, love for others. Level 5, morality, understand that the right is determined by doing what is the best interest of others, realizing people have values in who they are, irrespective of the rules. Wrong is when our actions are objectively harmful to others. Right at level 5 is determined by not a checklist of rules, but by doing what is actually helpful and beneficial for another. Individuals have I struggle with this word. I ain't even gonna say it. But where was I at? Rights as free moral agents and are valued by who they are. At level 5 functioning, African Americans are recognized to have value and are treated with equality despite Jim Crow laws that discriminate against them. Circumstances dictate that actions is most helpful to another, and that makes it right. Parents who love their children may, in one situation, praise, hug, and kiss them, but in another circumstance, shout commands to stop with threats of discipline if disobeyed. Love motivates to protect, heal, and promote the welfare of the one loved, but circumstances dictate what action love takes at any given moment. Jesus demonstrated this level of functioning when he touched lepers, spoke to women, socialized with tax collectors, healed on the Sabbath, and turned over money tables in the temple. These were acts of love that violated the law of Jewish authorities, the Pharisees operating at level 4 and below, wanted to stone him for breaking their rules. Watching The Chosen gave a perfect example of this every single time, and it made me so mad watching that show. The fact that the man himself was, healing people in ways of miracles and doing all these things. He's doing all these amazing things out of love. And the Pharisees are like about to blow their tops and they just want to kill the man. He went home and gave them the absolute truth and they wanted to kill him at his own home. So it's just in those like small pea brain ways of thinking, like, oh no, this just goes off of this page. But it's the man himself, the prophet, the Messiah himself, saying that the absolute truth to these people, and just seeing how scary that example is itself, how you could be so in the dark that Christ himself could come to you and be like, this is what it is, this is how it should be, and giving you the blueprint of change your ways like this and you could get my salvation. And they just try to kill, they don't even, ain't no just yelling at him, getting angry, they try to kill him.
Yeah.
So
What they saying?
no, everybody's pretty much on mute. It's only Cindy talking.
Kevin got his blinkers on and stuff.
Yeah. No, I respect that. Yeah, he even driving with it. Yeah. Yeah. Principles-based living. You said what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Principle-based living, level 6 decision making, understands and designs protocols or principles on which life is constructed to operate intelligently, chooses to live in harmony with them. It is doing something not because a rule says to do so, but because it is understood to actually work that way. Mature individuals recognize that governments can pass laws and make substances such as marijuana illegal, but they can never pass laws to make them healthy. That one like smacked me. I ain't gonna lie. That one smacked me to understand the way he designs things and the way they try to, even when I did smoke, when they be like, well, God put it here and this and that would be like, okay, I mean, he did, but it's not healthy. Like, he didn't change that aspect of it. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your mind. Like, it's gonna distort your ways of thinking. It throws you off.
It do, and I was literally just
You said what?
saying that to myself the other
That
day.
just because it's there for you to do it don't mean it's
I
good
was
for you
saying
to do
something
it.
out loud, but I said it the opposite way,
Yeah.
and I was like, I did not mean to say that. And then I started thinking, I was like, see, this is what God.
Because you gotta think about it. The anytime, and what made me iffy about smoking even before I stopped,
Everybody that joined.
Oh, there more people. Natasha, I think Natasha's new. Who is that? Monk.
It's Mook and
Mook.
hey Tasha.
You said it's what? Mook.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Mook sliding. I feel like that's another man of God, if I'm not mistaken. Is
Yeah.
it? Yes.
There's a Kevin in
Mook
there.
is gang. Okay. Dang, what was I saying? Oh, what made me iffy about smoking is the same way when I realized, like, I loved history class when I was back in high school. When they told me about how,
Kevin, put your mute thing on.
yeah, you've been turning for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, he must be stuck at the light. But in history class, when they really told me about the speakeasies and the way that they smuggled alcohol in before it was legal, and just how they just ended up making it legal, even though I was so confused because that was like most of the that was like a high percentage of deaths was drinking and driving. If they know these things will lead to these poor decision makers, and they teach you this in school, they teach you about the depth of it, but it's so like paraded around when it comes to celebrating certain holidays, and they put it in the movies and all this and that. So the fact that it's legal and it happened in such a corrupt way, I kind of always steered off from drinking. So then now, present day, when they are now making marijuana illegal, anytime the government makes something illegal or they approve something, I'm always iffy about it. Even when it comes to the shots you're supposed to get or anything like that, I'm always iffy. because I know the government is corrupt. So, especially when it came to this book, or even learning about religion, and even realizing the sickness in the world and the people who hold the power, and you wonder why a lot of people that have all the riches and power, a lot of them are corrupt. So I always, try to hold strong on what can I control and what can I put into my system that doesn't deteriorate my mind and this and that. Like, I have the power to do that. They can make it as legal as they want to, but it's the type of mind control they try to push and the agenda that they try to push that makes it feel like you don't have no free will. So that's the sickness of it. The movies, your peers, the way they get to your peers about it when they like, come on, Rich, just take a shot with me and this and that. And yeah, it's a lot of different ways that they could get you when it comes to that. Even when they try to tell you this world try to tell you you're supposed to be this type of man, when there's only one man that could tell you how to be for real. And I promise you, it's probably gonna be the exact opposite of what everybody is telling you to be. So,
what's that book called again?
Yeah, you know it.
I forgot what it's called.
My first revelation.
I like how it takes like real life problems.
Yeah,
and like
the God-shaped heart. And this book is so amazing because that was my first revelation to my spiritual journey, which was asking God how to understand, how can I perfectly understand love and how to go about it. When the revelation was made, it was a Christ-like heart. And now I'm reading this book that wasn't even supposed to be given to me. I just asked for one, and he gave this to me because of my revelation. So the God-shaped heart. So I already been working on my Christ-like heart. My God-shaped heart. I'm finna help all y'all. All right, so number 7 is understanding friend of God. We all want to get here. All right, I want to be a preacher right now. I want to say, everybody say number 7. Say number 7. Cindy, say number 7 for everybody. Say number 7. Okay, you gonna listen afterwards. You listen. No. Because guess what? You gonna understand after this why you should say number 7. But it's okay, my friend. Look, I'm gonna teach you now.
I said it.
Nope. At level 7, a person not only has love for God and others, not only understand God's design protocols for life, but also understands God's purpose and intelligently chooses to cooperate and fulfill their role in his purposes. Jesus said to his disciples in John 15:15, I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. Anybody want to say number 7 now? Anybody want to say number 7 now? Yeah, somebody she came off me, said number 7. Persons function at level 7 understands the truth about God's character of love, his nature and design for life, the origin of evil, the nature of sin, the weapons of Satan, the original purpose for the creation of humanity, the fall of humanity into sin, God's working through the human history and purpose of the cross, the ultimate cleansing of the universe from sin. Jesus operated at this level, as will his bride, those who are ready for translation when Jesus comes again. The scripture describes those who are ready to meet Christ when he returns as being sealed on their foreheads with the seal of God. Those who do not love their life so much as to shrink from death. They live in the world with purpose to advance God's kingdom of love, not themselves to fulfill God's purpose, utilizing God's method. The way that ended off, I would have thought this was the end of the book, and we have so many chapters left. Like,
it's chapters and things.
What she said?
I don't know.
Dang, hold on, I'm gonna go to
I
it.
was just talking to Natasha.
Okay. Oh, Natasha, talk about you guys at the beginning and missed it, but she was the one that asked the question, right?
Yeah.
You got my chats.
Okay. Yeah. So, Natasha, I would say to you, and I'm still gonna speak on it from the podcast. I'm gonna bring your name up and everything, so you're gonna be featured in the podcast. But when it comes to dealing with people, I will even give you an example. There is a atheist in the work friend group at my job, and I was compelled to talk to him one day, and I tried to stray off from him just to leave him lost. But then I got into the word, and they start talking about lost ones and you know doing and even me having a conversation, the way it works for me, I have my conversations with God and Christ, just the Holy Trinity itself, and then I get revelations, and then it confirms it through everything. So in my head, that whole week, it was like, go talk to him, go talk to him, go talk to him, go plant that seed, go plant that seed. So that's basically how it works. And it's such an important matter that you have to go about it so you don't get sucked into their ways. They're still like, in their dark ways, are just lost. And a lot of times they aren't really aware of it because, your eyes are closed, you're blind. You're not even, before you even started your journey, you didn't even know all the bad habits that you had, or really know how like lost you was walking about life. So you have to still keep that in mind. So in even doing this the right way, you heal yourself. Same way it goes back to being forgiving. When you forgive that person, even though they might speak in such a way or say certain things, you're still forgiving yourself for the times where you didn't know. Like, you can't be unforgiving and then go back to a forgiving God. You're only making your toll much more on you. So you plant that seed and you get out of there. So the way I went about it with him, I asked him, how do you live your life then if you don't, live your life of love or, for God? He said, I live my life for, he pointed to his girlfriend, and then he said for money. Now, at this time, this is when I just started my journey. So this is an example of what not to do, but now I know how to go about it. But at the time, I had just started my journey. I started my journey in November. When he said money, and, I consider him a friend, and I want to help him. And it made me mad. So I'm like, boy, I like raised my fist. I was like, boy, you don't live your life for money. Like, life is more important than that. So it's just realizing how you have to take a step back to realize how lost they are, first of all. So for me, realizing how lost he is, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, for real. So the way that, I planted my seed by helping him understand the beginning, Genesis, and the sickness of the world now, and how, or even to have a Christ-like heart. He said he understood it, it just didn't hit. And just how lessons in school don't hit right when your teacher tell you, but when you go home and study it and you finally get it, it's like, dang, like, whoa. Or even, let me put it into music, when a bar goes over your head, you go back and listen to it, it's like, dang, they said that. Like, dang. So it doesn't always hit first. That's why even when you plant a seed, it doesn't just sprout up and become a tree. It takes time. So understand that first, and don't get so mad that like, damn, why ain't hitting? Because it took you how many years to finally turn over to Christ for real? Like, you could say you've been in the proximity, but to actually turn around and be like, thank you, like, and actually mean it and actually feel the hug of him and all this, it took you a minute. It took you a lot of grace, a lot of mercy to get to that point. So it's not just a conversation and then boom, they're fixed. No, you just plant that seed, and then when it comes to that crutch moment, they're going to remember your words. Like, Christ is using you. Don't get me wrong. Christ is using you to speak to them, but they're going to remember your words in that critical moment. And it's up to them to make that decision. It's still, and what hurts and breaks a lot of our hearts from having a Christ-like heart is they still have free will. At the end of the day, everybody has to know that whether you're married, whether you're single, all this and that, people still have free will to do whatever they want. That's why it's so important to have faith and hope in our Lord and Savior. At the end of the day, that's just how it is. Everybody has free will. You can help this person in same way that saying, you could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make that horse drink at all. You can't make him drink the water of Christ, the water of life. You can't. If they want to dehydrate, unfortunately, they have to dehydrate till they're so thirsty till they have no choice but to drink. So, and I don't wish that on anybody, because we could handle a lot, because mind you, we're made in his image. So just think of how powerful he made us. That's why we could go through so much or so many things to the point where we lose ourselves. Like, to the point where it's so bad we don't even recognize ourselves. Imagine how much pain a person goes through. Like, let's just give an example of suicide. You don't know how much a person goes through until it's too late. Like, literally, you be like, dang, I didn't even know they was going through all that. You didn't even know they was fighting all those demons. Literally a whole army of demons on them, just whooping them. But it is up to them to say, God save me, I repent. And I promise you that man will swoop down like Superman on man, what?
And sometimes God puts you through hardships so you can lean on him. So you have nowhere to go to but him. So it'd be like that.
Yeah, so and it's and even doing that, like, you don't think that really breaks his heart for real? Like, you think he wants to put you through all that? He wants you to just accept him, and he's just keeping faith in you that you would turn around and, you know, take in the gifts that he has intended for you, the blessings and this, all that. People always say, like, you know, blessings, those are the gifts. Like, we already get all these gifts and things like that, and we see them as blessings only because we're so lost. That's why they hit like blessings. But the whole time that life is meant for us, it's the purpose. The purpose is the blessing. So it's just you really walking in the way that you're supposed to walk, conquering what you're supposed to conquer, and living by his word. And then you won't really see him, like, you will just be thankful for the life, and you will understand that I would say there's even this book talks about certain sets of gifts that people have, and not everybody has the same gifts because not all kids are raised the same. Like, some people can use their voice when it comes to music or speaking or poetry or rap, all this different type of things. Then some people, they get revelations very easy. It comes to them naturally, like prophesizing and things like that, and it healing. Faith is a gift on its own. A lot of people don't have strong faith, but that's why people are able to, it's a lot of miracles that happen around them because they have that gift of faith. Different, especially in times I don't think I deserve it or even work for it. Whole time, in those times where you just think you don't deserve it, you gotta think also there's somebody imitating your whole life out here, or your life set for you. So that's why God gives you that, because in those times that you feel like you don't deserve, that could be an imitation of what you, in that moment that you do deserve it. See how it's like a mirror? At that time, that's when you do deserve it. But whole time, the devil will make you be like, you don't deserve that. You did this. He'll remind you of all the trials and all the errors that you went through to get to where you was at. But you got there. Why are you focused on when you stumble, when you fell, when you messed up, when you ran into that wall? Like, no, bruh, I made it here. Get back, Jit. Like, get back. Like, I made it here, bruh. Like, I made it. You have to look at life like it's God in the middle. You walk out. It's lessons. And with lessons, that comes the trials, tribulations, the pain, the confusion, all this and that. And then it's blessings. So you can't carry that the confusion and all this part is where you're supposed to keep the faith and the hope. And he gives you clarity. So you don't carry the confusion with you to your blessings, because when you get to your blessings, you probably won't even pick them all up because you don't feel like you deserve them. No, you pick up every single crumb that he left on that table. That's like going to God's house and not even eating all your food. I'm going to bite the plate.
That's kind of crazy.
All right, now.
I'm going to bite the plate. One thing about me, I might just put some silverware in my pocket and be like, God, I'm just going to take this with me. So I just know to always eat like I'm at this table.
Oh
Like, what are you talking about? Grab every single crumb, literally. Like, he designed the whole life for you through sin, through thousands of years of sin. Literally, longer than that even. So, yeah. And I think what will really help everybody in here is, even when it comes to family issues, same way church hurt strays a lot of people off, even going into your family hurt, root all that to him, because once you root it to him, you'll find the lessons and the blessings and all of that. And even when you do leave blessings behind, you can walk back with him and pick them up, because he'll show you exactly what you left behind. And that could, yeah.
I don't got a good relationship with her, but I still pray about it.
Love
They
it.
call me every day. I don't answer every day.
This was a good first,
Yeah.
study call.
Yeah. They gonna be like, dang, I wish I was there. And
Oh, I got my
no,
license.
no.
I just
Thank
didn't get
you,
the hard copy.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go crazy on that podcast though. I got so much to say. I got so much to say. That's why
Can't wait to watch it.
I'm gonna speed run through this whole book. So this whole hopefully will be in that next podcast. If not, it's gonna be in the next 2 for sure. So I want y'all to tune into that.
Running through that this whole session.
Send the book in the group chat. So, like,
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
You hear
Yeah,
me?
so we can all get this and study this together, huh?
You heard me?
What you say?
I said we're gonna do the book like every Bible study we do every. Okay, we're doing it every week, or is it?
Is it like church every week?
yes, every
Every
yes.
every
Every
Thursday,
Friday.
every Friday.
Friday
We got church on a
at
Friday
5:30,
Mhm.
right?
at 5:30. So when your friends be like, "Oh, we gotta go out to the club, girl," you
Nope.
got this call at
I'm
5:30,
with God.
then y'all could go out and you feel me? You feel me? But
Yeah.
just let me
Y'all
pray
better
over
be
you
there
real quick, you know.
on Friday.
Yeah, let me pray over you real quick before you go out, because there's a lot of evil out there. You feel me? So let me put that armor on you. Make sure you know you ain't missing no chinks or nothing like
I'm
that.
glad I asked that question.
Yeah,
I probably would have asked it in the group chat anyways.
yeah. So you
How
know,
long are the Bible studies gonna be every Friday?
I don't know. Spiritual eating be so different. It just depends on,
I feel
especially because this is only with me and her saying something.
Yeah.
Just imagine when
everybody in the group chat.
we probably gonna be
giving they
stuck
all
here.
love.
People gonna be hopping off trying to go to their plans. I'm gonna make sure I ain't got nothing to do.
Bring your friends with you. I'm sitting in the background.
For real.
Listen.
Turn
Okay,
it
D.
up.
Anthony, are you praying us out?
Am I praying us? Am I? Anybody else want to say a prayer?
Oh, I thought you just said. I need to pray over y'all.
Oh no, I'm saying like that's
I
for
thought
the
you
weeks
said
when they was
something.
like going out and things like that. Like I'm gonna pray over them to put that armor on them before they go out and do their plans if they can't attend the Bible study.
Okay.
I feel like you or Steve
I'll pray us
should
out
say
then.
it first.
You said you gonna pray us out?
Pray.
You want me to pray
Yeah.
it or?
I just said I will pray it.
Okay, go ahead.
You gotta take your headset off.
Bow your head.
Oh, she said,
No, I'm just kidding. But y'all ready?
Oh wait,
All
I
your hands and close your eyes.
Hold on, I'm trying to turn it up so you can
We've
hear
been-
it.
Whole hour. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for your children for joining, coming to get their spiritually food. Thank you for the community we building, Lord. Thank you for watching over us, keeping us safe. Continue for us. I pray that you heal Marlia and her sickness and mine, because you know we going through it.
I'm dead. I can't hear nothing.
Continue to our house, our houses and our loved ones. We thank you for your mercy and your love, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
It's the fact we share the headset.
We had to share the headset. That's so funny.
Not you.
You ain't see us?
Over here headbutting each other.
We had the headphones like this. Whole
I will
time.
talk to y'all night
Mhm.
at 30.
I'm
Well, on
finna-
the phone. We still gonna be texting, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
talk
but-
to you later. Peace.
Okay, peace. I love y'all.
All right.